So this is Mahmoud, welcome to my channel, and this is the third day of the sequence. A bit of background, I'm going to deploy this environment in the laptop that I have as a hardware. It's Dell XPS 15 with 7i quad core and 32 GB of RAM. Hopefully it will work. Okay, so we have covered first day we have covered so far deploying an AD domain controller with 2 clients. And on the second day, we have covered deploying Windows Server 2016, ARR and ARR-B. Okay. Also on the second day, we have also covered configuring the IIS, then dual load balance with the network load balancing services, and also content replication with the help of DFS-R. And today we're going to the main focus of this video is to deploy Windows Server again and with the service IIS and replicate the contents from one server to another server. This would be this IIS-B, and we're gonna build up a server farm and we're gonna connect it with the ARR. So that's all, and do some tests with JMeter and also with WireShark to get some results. Okay, so I'm just diving into the scenario right now. Okay, let's see what we have and what we have not. Okay, these are the VMs we have created so far: the AD, ARR, and ARB with IIS deployed, configured, client A and client B. All are connected with the domain controller. The domain controller is online, and rest of the VMs I've kept them in suspended because after creating the VM ISA and ISB, we're gonna bring them all into online and then do the rest. Okay, so I'm going to create a first VM for ISA. Next, I will install the OS later on, selecting Microsoft Windows and version 2012. So here I'm going to give a name IIS A. Now the location where I want to store the VMs. This is the folder where I've kept all the VMs in separate folder. And here I'm going to create another VM in advance for ISB. So I'm selecting ISA for now. Next. Regarding the core processor, now I'm not going to change because if it is required, we can change it later on at any stage. Next, also same goes for the RAM. NAT address, we're gonna change it manually after installation of Windows 2016. Next, create a virtual disk. Next, I'm gonna stick with 50 GB, though 30 GB is quite enough, but 50 GB I'm thinking ahead because we will be publishing some sites and also we will deploy some other application also. Store in a single file. Next, browse. Save. Next. Now I'm going to customize the hardware. There are a few things I do not need, so I'm going to remove that. First sound card, then the printer. Now from here I can use these features, browse the ISO of Windows 2016 emulation copy, and from here you're gonna boot. Okay, close, finish. So here is our VM. Let's power it on. Okay, in the meanwhile, I'm going to create another VM for ISB. Let's power it on also. Okay, now back to ISA. I'm not going to change anything. Keep it as it is. Next, install now. License agreement, yes, accept. Next, hard disk. Select, next. Okay. Let's start the process for ISB also. Okay, going back to ISA. Okay, we're back. It's asking for the local account credential. I'm giving the password, the common password I've used everywhere. ASDF123, A caps. So, carrier. Okay, now let's log in. Don't worry about the display. The screen resolution is quite high, the laptop I'm using. So the display driver needs to be updated. We're gonna do that by installing the VM tools. Now let's back to ISB. Also here I'm gonna put the same password for this local account. So both IIS A and B windows has been deployed. Now we're gonna change, do something about the resolution. Here's the VM menu from where we're going to install the VM tools for this virtual machine, ISA. We have planned the task for today, what we will be covering. This is the task: VM, join AD, login with user test, DNS, join, check, install IIS, configure, then again do some test, then start replication and publish an application. Then again we're gonna test, and then we left some task from day 2. We are configuring the ARR, where we're gonna do create a server farm and configure it from the ARR servers. From here. Okay, now we are working with this too. Let's log in. Getting back to B, finish. Okay, take a reboot, and again come back to A. So this is the look and feel now. Okay, it's more readable. So let's start with our task list. We have here, now we're gonna change the name and IPs and then join. We have planned the IPs. If I show the planning part, this is from 30 to 39. I have dedicated for the IIS server farm series. So let's first rename it LAN. This is not something mandatory, just I'm keeping a track. Okay. TCP IP properties, I'm going to assign a static IP. That is 192.168.1. Let's have a look. 31. So IP has been altered. Now I'm going to change the name of this PC and then join with the domain controller. Okay, IIS A. Domain would be run lab. Move to a domain controller and open the DNS. So after joining to the AD, there will be some changes here. Okay, now I need admin privilege to join any PC to the domain. Here it is. Welcome to the run lab domain. Okay. After joining and renaming the PC, you need to restart. So we're restarting it. Let's go back to ISB. We're gonna do the same here, changing IP and renaming it and join with the AD. Let's check the IP. 32. Let it restart and let's get back to the server. So it's ready to log in. Okay. There's after joining with the AD, you can see the other user. We can use a user that we have created at the very first video. It has two roles: domain admin and also domain user. So we're going to use that account to log in for the first time. Get back to AD and see if the DNS entry has been updated. Here is A and ISB both. So let's move back to A and let the driver update. Yes, we need to sign off in order to update the driver. From now on, we're going to use the fadmin domain Active Directory user throughout the scenario. So same goes here. So both the servers are ready and joined domain successfully. Okay, we're gonna deploy the services IIS because this will be the web form. From the server manager, let's go to add roles and features. Maximize it. Next. Yes, for this local PC. Install. Okay, let's not wait. We are moving to ISB. We'll do the same here. Going back to ISA. Let's get back to ISA and wait for a while. Let it complete. So here we are. Finally, feature has been installed at ISA and also at ISB. Okay, now let's check what are the new features has been added: DFS management and the IIS. And same here also, the DFS and the IIS. So now let's I'll minimize this one and start the IIS. I'm going to stick it to the taskbar. So this is the IIS by default. It has a tree structure where under the it is the main server. Under that we have application pool, and in the side folder we have the default sites, and it is already started. And same if we check here. Okay, now let's test from the client. I'm opening the Internet Explorer, then typing iis.a.lab.local. So this is the default page hosted by the application IIS from this virtual directory. If you take a look at the folder location of this site, this is under root inetpub www root. Okay, and same from B. So our both IIS up and running and serving their default page. Okay, so let's check this task status. What we have covered so far. Done. This is ISA. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a default page, own custom page. Okay, let's create a text file, rename it as default.html. Okay, then open it with Notepad. This is ISA. I'm copying this page to the root directory of this virtual folder, virtual application basically. Okay, explore. I'm going to paste it here. Now let's get back to client A and give a refresh. So it is serving our designated page. Now the same thing I will do at B. So you see both IIS are serving our designated page. And now what we're going to do, we're going to move this folder location. Okay, let us create a folder structure here at under the inetpub. We're going to name it IIS v hosts. That's a virtual host. Okay, another folder under the virtual host config. Another folder, the sites. Okay, then I'm gonna set some permission. The properties. Let's go to sharing. I'm gonna select the share this folder, then go for permission, remove the everyone from the list, add few specific member. This is admin from the domain, then admin. This is also from the domain, then system. This is also from the domain, and another one from the local ISA. That would be the IIS user. Okay, with full control. All these members have full control. Okay, apply. Now I'm going to go to the security tab and go for edit and add a user belongs to this IIS group, local machine. I'm going to select the IIS user here also with a default set of permission. So we have created a folder, and now I'm going to go to root directory. I'm going to cut this page that we have just created. I'm going to move it to site folder under the virtual host folder. Okay. Now next I'm going to change its folder location, which is the physical path. From the basic settings, you see the physical path is pointing to inetpub root. I'm going to point it to our sites folder, and I'm going to give a specific user to connect with from the domain. Let's check its authorization. Okay, authentication both succeeded. Okay. What I've done, I've moved the I've created the folder structure and moved the default page and then point the default site to that folder. Still the same. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing at ISB. I'll go to client B and give a test. So it's pointing to ISB. Now let's go to the picture. Okay, so we have IIS configured and we have created a folder structure, and now what we're going to do, we're going to go to ARR A and B. Basically first we're going to focus on ARR A, where we're going to install the ARR application request routing tool and also URL rewriter module for IIS, and then configure the server from. Okay, the tools that I'm talking about, it's the request router, application request routing, and the URL rewriter module too. I have already downloaded. This is the reroute request router ARR 3.0 from Microsoft, and this is the one. Okay, rewriter, URL rewriter. Okay, now I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna paste it at ARR. I'm logging to paste it here. Okay, done. This tutorial, I'm gonna move it to. Let's see if these replicate to the ARB. Let's paste it here. Okay, let's go to ARB. Login. I'm testing the DFS-R is still working. PC, inetpub, vhost. See? Okay. So the file has been replicated. So now what we're gonna do? I'm gonna install. Let's open the IIS and see what are the new things added. See, there is new node which is server farm, and if I go to the main directory, here is the URL rewriter, the module we have just installed. So here is the server farm. Let's create a server farm first. Run web.runlab.local. Next, the servers I want to add: isa.runlab.local, add, then iisb.runlab.local, add. Here are a few things you need to know, like you can configure a few other things like the port, host name, and also the weight. I'm not going to change anything. I'm gonna go with the default settings. Let's finish. Okay, after finishing, it is asking me whether I want to create a URL rewrite rules to route all the incoming requests to this server somewhere else. Now I'm not going to create now, later on. No. Okay, so this is the server and server farm, and we have two other servers here. Let's see what we can do in the server form. We can set up caching, and this health test, load balancer, monitoring and management, proxy, release proxy, and then routing rules and server affinity. Regarding the server affinity, we have talked a bit in our second day video when we were configuring the load balancing. So when there's a load balancer, when there's a multiple host, you can set and configure the affinity as per your requirement. Whether you want to affinity with a none, or with single, or with based on networking. So right now, we're gonna do a little bit of configuration here, but not right now. Let's move forward. Okay, I'm gonna add routing rules. Okay, here's the URL rewriter. Let's add a rule, a blank rule. I'm gonna name it web.royallab.local.routing.rule. Okay. The matches pattern, whatever URL you want to enter, I'm gonna select wildcard. I'm gonna give asterisk. That means anything you type, it will take some actions. Here's the actions. The action is that whether you're gonna rewrite, whether you're gonna route to the server form, a none, or redirect to somewhere else, show them a custom response, or abort the request. I'm gonna route it to the server form. Here's the only server form, that's why it's selected. Okay, now let's say apply, and that's it. That's how you define a rule. Interesting thing that there you can write multiple rule based on your requirement. Now, if you can get the picture, I mean the big picture, like you have 2 or 3 applications hosted in 2 or 3 server, where 2 server hosting the same application, where another server is hosting a single application. So you create a server form for 2 in a one pack, and another server form in another pack, or you can go with mixed mode, and based on your rewriting rule, you can forward it to wherever you want. I hope you get the picture. Okay, now this is the server. Okay, now we're gonna share this configuration. The folder we have created at the second day video, we have created a folder and where we have configured the replication to whatever we put here. It will be automatically replicated to the ARB. So let's export the configuration. I'm exporting it from ARR. Let's select our directory under inetpub, where we are host, and this is the config. Okay, then I'm gonna set a name, a domain user, run lab, app admin with password, and this is the encryption key. Encryption key, you have to remember the encryption key, because this is the key when you import this configuration to ARB. You have to provide it with the encryption key. Done. So we have export here. Now let's go to ARB and see if, okay, the file has been replicated. Now what we're gonna do here, the same thing, we're gonna install ARR and URL rewriter, and then import this configuration. If you want to know more about the application request routing or URL writer, you can always go and Google it, and always look for docs.microsoft.com. Try to search with this keyword, and you will get a very good idea how you can configure, what are the possibilities you can make out of it. maximize it. Here is a server farm. I'm not going to create a manually. I'm going to import the configuration that I've just exported from ARR. So let's go to content, sharing, enable shared configuration. I'm going to show it the path to load the configuration form with username. And then apply. Now you have to provide the key. So successfully loaded. You can close it, and if you reopen the IIS, you will see the rewriter, the rule, the server farm, everything is there. Now let's do a little test. I'm going to client A. I'm going to open the browser and type the web.runlab.local ISA. So it's responding from ISA. Let's close it. Now it is switched to ISB. Okay, let's check here. From the monitoring management, both has received one request because the load has been distributed evenly. So from here, what are the possibilities? We can change the load as per our requirement. Like if this server has more RAM and more core, then eventually we're gonna change this 50% to 70% or 80%. And so this is the thing, you don't have to have both server with the same hardware settings, right? Because one server you can provide load 70%, another server you can provide load 20%. Now think of the scenario in this way. You have two servers up and running, and your client base is huge, so they are not serving the request properly, and some requests are dropping out. So what you can do quickly, you can set up a template, you can create a VM, deploy IIS, host the application, and then you just add it to the server farm. And you can configure it here, so and then the load will be distributed again to that newly deployed server in the server farm. So this is how you can scale your application. Okay, now let's test it from a client B. As B. This is B. This is B. So it's distributing every time. That's just from client B. And this is also from B. If you give a few more time, it will switch to A. So okay. A has response received total 3 requests, M2. Okay, this is how the server farm works. Okay, now let's see what the task we have covered so far. Do a replication between the IIS A and IIS B. Okay. Go to AD, domain controller. Okay. Anyway, closing this one. Okay, this is the DFS. We have created a namespace and we have created an ARR shared folder under this. If you have watched the second video, this is how we configured, and again we have to configure it for the IIS shared folder. So under this namespace, I'm creating another folder. I'm naming it IIS shared, and I'm going to select the target machine shared folder ISA. This is the folder. We have set sharing permission. I'm selecting this folder and another one. From ISB. Okay. Now it's asking me whether I want to create a replication group and to start the replication. Yes, I want to create a replication group. You're gonna check few things: the structure, the permission, and if all the whether the DFS has been installed in that one both location or not. So yes, we have done that. So hopefully it will not get any error. Okay, done. So I'm not going to change any name. Let's keep this as it is. These are the folders will be replicated, and primary member will be ISA. We're gonna go with full mesh. Why not this one, and why we cannot go this one and not this one? I've mentioned it earlier. Just for a bit, we need more than 2 hubs for this kind of replication group. This topology, the hub. And we're gonna go for full mesh because anywhere we publish, like we create a site, we're gonna publish it at ISA. Automatically, the whole site will be replicated to ISB. On the other hand, we make a change at the web config at ISB. Automatically, that will be updated to ISA. So we selecting the full mesh. Regarding the bandwidth, our content will be not like gigs megs of files, so I'm using the full bandwidth. You can choose as per your requirement, but I'm sticking with the full. Next, create, close. Okay. This is the application group. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just restart the IIS. So let's see if the content has been replicated. Okay, this is A. I'm going to ISB. See, it has been changed to ISA. So the files are being replicated on this both ISA and ISB. Let's do a test. I would love to do this. Copy here and paste on the root ISV host. Go to the ISV, move to host. There's a file. Copy here, paste at B. Let's see whether the full mesh is working. The full mesh is working. Okay. Now I'm gonna remove this from ISB and also this one. So they will be removed from ISB also. So now let's do a test. This is B. This will be changed to A. Okay. Done. Now this is the basic test has been completed so far. Let's move to ARR. And the next thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to deploy WireShark here. I have downloaded a copy of the WireShark. I'll provide you the link, paste it on as ARB. I'm going to install it here. Few things you need to know while using the WireShark. Desktop icon, yes. Next. Okay, this is the tool I was talking about. Sometimes they people do uncheck this, just skip this thing, but it is required because there are the LAN drivers in the VM and the VM WorkStation Pro that I've seen. It doesn't. The WireShark cannot load the virtual LAN drivers. So in order to do that, you have to install this one. Start capturing. These are the network things, all the protocol, all the layers are here. So I'm just going to focus on HTTP. Okay, now request. Let's go to client A, open the internet browser, and let's make a request. Now here we are. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4. Okay, so this is the request from source from 50, then 20, then 25 to 31. So if I go to the picture, this is source 50 to 20, then 25, then 31. So from client A to NVL to NVL to ARR2, ARRB, then from ARRB to ISA. So this is how it is moving, and so the same way it's coming back and forth. So if you do want to check more details, these are more details, and basically I'm focusing on this application layer part. These are the other layers. I'm not going to focus on those right now. If you do like to know, go ahead, Google it out, and you will have plenty of resources regarding this WireShark packet analysis, and trust me, it's a very good tool to analyze your packet. Okay, so this is how one way we are tracing it. There's another way to trace it out. Then we need to publish an application. Let's build an application, an MVC application from the from the template. Okay, I'm not going to do anything. Rather, I'm just going to use the template here. Okay, let's go new, go project, then select web. Here's the web application. I'm going to name it my MVC. Okay, I'm going to store it in MVC. Select folder, done. It's going to MVC and yes, reference for MVC. Okay. Now, what it will do, it will build up a site from this from the template, and it will have a few views already developed, and it's a kind of a framework. It's a kind of template. Rather say that. Okay. So let's open a view. Home. I'm gonna change something here about us. Okay. Let's add some. Okay. This is host system dot environment dot machine name. Done. Okay, now let's publish this. Publish. I'm gonna publish it in a specific folder. Then I'm gonna copy and paste and move it around. So this is the MVC. let's create a folder. This is the website. Open, publish. So it's gonna build first, then it's gonna publish. Okay, let's open the folder. Okay, I'm gonna copy this content and I'm gonna go to IIS. Let's log in. I'm gonna open the IIS. The site, then explore it. So now I'm going to delete this file. Default. Done. Let's check if the content has been replicated here. Okay, done. So now I'm gonna go to client A and I'm gonna reload the same page. Here it is. So this is the default MVC application I have just published. I have changed something here. Let's go to about, link. Okay. This is host ISA. I'm gonna reload it. This is B. So you see the request is moving from ISA to ISB, ISA to ISB. Let's go to ARR and I'm gonna stop the shark and again start to recapture. Now I'm gonna go to client A and I'm gonna press reload. So now get back to client ARR. Let's stop the capture. Let's see, this is 51, 20, 23 to 32. Okay, now to picture. 50, 20, this is 23, then 32. So, if we can check the status to 200. So if I click here, finally the source to our destination, you will see a new line appear here. The context, if it is the status is 200, you will see the line text data. What data has been transferred over this protocol? So this is the HTML code, and this is the line we've been looking for. This is hosted. So the HTML code is here. This is the code for this page. So you can trace your packet, and if it is off status, then you can also trace the content. And well, what we're gonna try to do in the future, we're gonna create SSL certificates, and we're gonna host it in the IIS, and we will see some new things with this shark. I hope you do understand how to trace and how to see how the server farm is working, how the NBL along with the URL rewriter plus ARR, the application request routing is working combinedly. And now the last thing that I'd like to do is deploy the JMeter and give just a simple load. Okay. In order to install JMeter or run the JMeter, we need to install the Java runtime environment. I have downloaded a copy of Java runtime environment. This is our JMeter, and I'm gonna take the Java runtime environment. This is free from Oracle Java. You can search it for Java runtime environment download for Microsoft 64-bit. So it will give you a link, and I will give you a link in the comment. So don't worry. I'm gonna paste it here. So here it comes. JMeter along with the Java runtime. Open the Jerry of JMeter Apache, then go to bin folder, then run the JMeter bat and wait. But this is a very good tool, and you can do a lot of things with this, but our target of this video is to just work with a minor thing. That's how you can put load and get the results. So let's add a group. This is the group, and then we're gonna add under the group, we're gonna add sampler HTTP request, and under the HTTP request we're gonna add some listener like a summary report, then view result tree, add what else we can do, we result in table. Okay, so now go to the thread group. Here's the number of threads, how many threads you want to run at the first time. So I'm giving 50. You ramp up. I'm not gonna give any time. It's gonna be a 0. It's gonna loop twice. So in total there will be 100 requests. Now going to HTTP request, here is the protocol that you want to add. We are using HTTP. Then the name of the server, we're gonna say web.runlab.local, and then the path. Okay. Okay, now it's done. Let's save it. Save in desktop. Yes, done. So here we are putting the load. So you can see here it's request is sending 50 requests. 50 into twice, so the sample is 100, and we have no error. That means all the request response is 200, and this is the throughput of the request, receive kilobyte per second and send kilobyte per second. If you go to the result tree, you will see if I pick random any request, this is the response header, and this is the request. This is the request header basically, and this is the response header, and this is the data that has been responded from the IIS. So here you can see this is host B. You can select another one. This is again host B. I'm selecting another one. This is host A. So randomly it's picking up the host A and B. This is for the load balance and ARR. So this is how you can put load. Let us try with a bigger number, like 2000. Let's see what happens. The main thing is that you have to remember the PC or the VM that you are using for to run the JMeter and put a load on the host. You have to remember it has to have adequate RAM and processor, because the number of requests it's going to generate. Like I've given a ramp up time 0. That means 2000 requests at a time. So the memory management and the core has to be good enough. So let's test with this one. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm opening the summary record. I'm cleaning it up, because else every data will be appended. I don't want that, so let's clean and start the load. You can see here it's generating, and if I just had enough time, 77%, 93%, 81%. Now it's gonna drop. See, this is how the load hits the error, and it's going down. The same way you can see here, the memory is stable, and what about the Ethernet? Yes, it has taken almost 100 kbps FPS and then it's going down. Let's move back to our result. Let's see what happened. Okay, 4000 heat in total. Average is 150. This is standard deviation and throughput is 193. No error. Okay, that means all the request has been received and has been responded properly with 200 error code. Now let's do one more thing. On client B, I'm going to create another group. I'm going to create another sampler. I'm going to add a listener, a simple listener. That's it. I'm going to go to thread group. I'm going to add 2000 here also. Ramp up 0. Loop once. Let's see. It's looped twice. So we're gonna change it to twice. Okay, now HTTP request, HTTP, then web.roinlab.local, and path is like something home./about. I hope. /home/about. Okay. Let's save this one. Desktop, save. Now what I'll do, I'll put load from both ends. Okay. Hope this works. Let's clean all. Clean all. Open the summary. First go, second go. Okay, done. So we have put load here. Let's see what it does. It goes 95, then it's coming back. 47, 63, 70% memory has been used so far. 99% reached 100%. Okay, let's see. It's 100%, and there's some up and down. So it's a huge load. Trust me, 4,000 hits. It's a huge thing. Okay. Let's see what happens. The summary, no error, so every request has been responded properly. From client B, all the requests has been responded. So it's in total, there was a 4,000 hit from per client, and this is how your ARR behaves. There are a few things I would like to mention regarding the JMeter. There are tools provided by the JMeter, which tools you can install or deploy to the server and gets their performance data in a central way. It's very handy, so you don't have to move over here and there. You can see the performance chart, the graph up and down. It's quite useful. So people, this is so far the video has gone over 1 hour, I guess. This is all for today. Hopefully we're gonna move with the MSQL cluster on our next day. And if there anything you'd like to add or you'd like to give any suggestion, that's regarding the sound, I'd like to say that now I'm trying to improve because I have changed the microphone. My good old microphone. Okay, so here we are, and that's all. I'm closing the session for today. Hope to see you on the 4th day. Thank you.